Greetings. What does that mean? The worst blowback of blowbacks in history. What does she mean by that? Did something bad happen? Interesting. What kind of entity did they send? And who's going to take responsibility for that? I mean, who's number one, who's going to take responsibility for being protected from that shit? And then who's going to take responsibility for it to being the worst blowback of blowbacks in history because they sent it in a group? Because that would be the determining part of the equation. It was a group. And you got to think, I mean, when I tell people that I came to find the devil, you got to forgive the devil and let it go. You can't be dealing with the devil. Certainly can't be dealing with the worst blowback in history when it revolves around selling women and children on the black market and whatever they were doing. Were they really trying to live off the sun's energy so that they could manifest and survive? Well, who's going to take responsibility for that? I'm not responsible for other people's survival. I'm sorry. Do they not get up and eat and sleep and shit and work just like everyone else? However, when you say it is the worst blowback of blowbacks, do you think they wanted to affect my Reiki business? Because I mean, I ended up with 5-star Jesus Scorpio death energy out of that. But it's protected. It's just kind of sitting there and until we can figure out who's sending these evil entities causing the worst blowback in history in the tarot readers cards. Now, I know they sent some paranormal shit wanting to put an end to my QHHT business, and I just shut the business down. Everybody moved out, came home. I just moved it here. However, I felt it more important to find out why paranormal shit was happening around the paranormal INFJ that was out of the ordinary. I mean, and we already had Chosen 144 talking about that body jumper, that entity body jumper, and I'm telling you, I think I can spot that shit a mile away. Used to, when my vibration was lower, I would say something, and it would be love, light, or truth to be able to handle a situation, and I call it the glazed donut face. They would be stucco and stupid. Is stucco and stupid. That's always a good term. I like glazed donut face, but stucco and stupid strikes the heart of what I was looking at. These would be intelligent people. These would be intelligent people that were aware of their surroundings. They knew what was going on, but the look on their face, stucco and stupid. Yeah, it's witchcraft. They were under fucking that body jumper or whatever you girls are talking about. I'm telling you what to look for. But see, that's where the whole stucco and stupid falls into place, because you girls can tell thousands of subscribers the energy, and I can tell you what it looks like. And you got to keep in mind, there's 3 ways that jinn enters the body. That's where the whole poking the bear energy was coming in your cards. You have to be in heightened states of fear, heightened states of rage, or in your passion. It's a sex demon. Okay, cool. So if you've got, oh, he's fearless, he must be a psychopath. No, he's protecting himself from that jinn that is an ancient demon and the worst blowback return to sender in history because it bounces off my INFJ shield. All I got to do is sit here and fuck your planet up because you didn't do anything about it. Right? You got natural disasters, you got God stepping in, you've got, and that's what it is. I mean, you got to keep in mind the three fates. There was animal sacrifice in the situation because that's what they did. They moved up to animal sacrifice, and God sent me Daisy. That's why we named her Pushing Up Daisy. Was a representation of whatever the hell they kept doing, over and over and over, like insane little triggered demons, expecting a different result. Anyway, you've already called out Dorothy for summoning it. Okay, cool. There's your Illuminati. Your secret society ain't so fucking secret no more. Right? You've got them draining the energy by getting in the sun's Akashic records. Okay, great. We told you that. Where are the others? Was there just one? Was there a chosen one? Did they choose one earth angel to try to sacrifice, huh? That's what it is. Anyway, it's a very specific energy that is in the cards. And most people just watch tarot and don't even know their birth chart. And that's fine. That's fine. However, being cloaked and having readers that are now able to pick up on my very rare energy that couldn't be duplicated. But on the flip side of this is you've got readers now talking about it bouncing off my protective shield. The light of God. Whatever, it's Reiki. Anyone can do it. It's humanity's birthright. What does it do? Puts an end to this dark magic and shit. I can't do anything about that. But I mean, see, that's the thing, is that's how that body jumper works. Because you've got clickbait that says, to the earth angel they were abusing that no one would help. Well, yeah, she puts that clickbait. To the earth angel they were abusing that no one would help. Because that's what it is when you go to ask for help. That devil energy, all it knows is destroy, bind. That's what it is. And what's what it is, you would go and talk to someone, and as soon as you would mention anything about it, the NPC, the non-playing character, the half-wit, whatever you want to call, the fucking professional in front of you would get stuck on stupid. I don't understand. Well, yeah, you're obviously not very professional either. So, and now you would be the ones responsible for the worst blowback of natural disasters in history that these energy readers are talking about. I don't know what they're talking about. I think all of you are crazy. That's what it is. What I do know, she said, Pisces, you signed up for this before you incarnated as a master creator. Okay, well, when you talk about incarnation, are you talking about Pisces that are QHHT practitioners that work with past life regressions and reincarnation? Is that the energy that they're talking about around the Pisces sun? My Sagittarius is in Neptune. You've got that Neptunian energy all over the collective. Talking about it is what it is. It's not a matter of accepting the information. It's the fact that they don't want it to be me. That's what it is. That INFJ door slam is legendary. They never recover. They get sucked down into hell learning demonic witchcraft. You stop feeding them, so they can't take you out by physical means, so they go to the metaphysical. That's what it is. Sounds like an episode of Father Knows Best, doesn't it? It's just what it is. I can't do anything about that. But I mean, when you talk about the worst blowback of blowbacks in history, and now we've got 5-star Jesus Scorpio death energy. When they sent that energy, I transmuted it into a happy, healthy die, my friend. I mean, that's what it is. It's always nice to help out. It's always had, and you've got it in the cards that the universe is reflecting back and showing Pisces what's going on, but yet no one listens to their intuition, either A, because they don't have any, or B, because they're stucco and stupid as an NPC controlled by that entity. When readers talk about you saw their eyes go black, yes, fucking store clerks. And then now you've got that energy of store clerks in the cards possessed by that fucking thing. Okay, enjoy. Isn't it a beautiful day? You got tarot readers all over the planet talking about the worst black magic blowback in history with entities possessing people. I don't know what you're doing. This is where I get stuck on stupid. I don't know what you're talking about. I think you're all crazy. I think you all need to see mental health. I think the White House has lost its mind. They're talking about UFOs. That's what it is, right? I think China should do something about confirmation. Should do something about its romance scammers, since flooding my business got their country flooded. Can't do anything about that. And then to hear that come out of a reader's mouth is they're on the outside looking in at the healer as the devil instead of the group they took bribes from as the devil. Fucking, they're backwards. It's a profoundly sick, backward society that didn't want to get caught, and now God has stepped in and said no more. Okay, great, man. It's beautiful today. Isn't it a beautiful day? Isn't it great? It's great, isn't it? I can't do anything about that. I can't do anything about groups getting demonic entity blowback. I can't do anything about talking to people about normal things and them getting stuck on stupid. And you do. I call it the glazed donut face, because they'll be doing something. They'll be doing their job. We're doing our job. And you'll ask them something out of the ordinary. Something out of their ordinary job. I'm running a program like an NPC or one of Dolores Cannon's backdrop people, or they remind me of the the magician's assistant from Beetlejuice, sitting in there. I'm just doing my paperwork, and this is how they die, and this is how they die, and this is how they go, and then you ask them something out of the ordinary, and they come alive. That to me is coming alive in these people. Fucking the Chick-fil-A girl. you ask them something of a higher vibration, and it locks them in the Chick-fil-A girl. That's what it is. And then that's how they control you. They keep you in hot two girl conspiracies. They keep you in Chick-fil-A girl land, and they cover up the truth as much as they possibly can. Right? However, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to cover up China unless it's with water. It's certainly hard to cover up the wrong dead dad for Thanksgiving. It's been how fucking long since Thanksgiving? That's what it is. Okay, and cool. So what does this entity that they sent do to the Earth Angel? You go and try to talk to one of these individuals about it, and they get stuck on fucking stupid. They get glazed donut face. Chick-fil-A girl. If you've never seen the Chick-fil-A girl short, go check that out. And that's what this entity does to people. That's what it is. I'm telling you, when you hear a reader talk about my energy affects people in ways they don't understand, because that's going to be the key component in the mouth of every tarot reader that I have come across. Number one, a healer. Number two, an entrepreneur. They were trying to block blessings, harvest off the healer's energy, manifest off the healer's energy. 3, the worst blowback of dark energy in history is what they're saying today. for jinn. They use jinn magic, ancient Egyptian jinn magic. Well, we already know it's a Leo, so I wonder what alchemist is going to be responsible for that one. And it's what it is. I mean, all they have to do is call and talk to me about it. But no, they don't want to do that because they think they can beat God. Okay, cool. So we're just going to kick back because it takes time. It takes patience. It takes patience and time. Ooh, to do it, 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 to destroy the world, right? Yeah, because that's what they're doing. You're talking about a death cult. Your planes don't fly. The White House is talking about UFOs and their planes don't even fly. Imagine that. Imagine that. That's what it is. And what I want to know is, what do groups of dark warlocks and alchemists have to do with the price of water in China? It's not even tea anymore. We're giving you the tea. They're giving you the water in China. It's just what it is. Can't do anything about that. Can't do anything about that. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. I cannot change voodoo witch doctors, attacking my Reiki teddy bear business. I can't do anything about that. I can't do anything about YouTube trying to shut the channel down because they want to watch your children, because you have the watchers. That's what it is. Right? I know if the tarot readers know that we're being monitored by whoever, monitored spirits, whatever. That's what it is. The shit goes deeper and is more sinister than anything you can possibly imagine. And now, yes, the energy, if they were living off of my energy, I'm calling that shit back. I don't even know who these people are to be responsible for people living off of my energy. That's what it is. Reiki can only be used for positive healing purposes for yourself and others, and for them to tap into an energy that they did not understand. When I don't even know who these people are, that's a them problem. That's a them problem. That is a you problem. That is not a me problem. My problem, 5-star reviews. This is the problem I got. The fucking worst blowback in history. Okay, great. I told you that. So if they're telling you today, and I already said it, it's kind of hard for me to go back and go, no, I didn't say that. I didn't say that energy would bounce right off of me and cause natural disasters. No, I didn't say that shit. I didn't say that. That's what it is. And then what will they do? They will take your words and they will twist them. And okay, cool. They can twist everything except 5-star reviews. That's what it is. I mean, you've already got readers talking about, you gave Virgo a pass. Well, yeah, are you talking about that 3-star review Virgo that I refused to work with, that has now outed herself as being responsible for a lot of this shit? Is that what you're talking about? Because my energy matches everything else you ladies are talking about, right? My question is, where does everyone else's energy match around healing? Imagine that. Cup's empty. Namaste. That's what it is. I mean, y'all figure it out. You guys tell me what's going on. I'm gonna go continue to fucking practice what I preach, and you guys y'all go out there and you tell me what the hell's going on in your world. That's what it is. Mine's peaceful. That's what it is. Trying to take me out of balance, trying to take me out of my higher timeline, destiny swap, whatever. You think that destiny swap caused the worst natural blowback of disasters in history? You think it did? Because that's what these readers are saying. That's what these readers are saying. And until I find that healer, until I find that temperance energy that is on a birth chart level of a Sagittarius in Neptune, Sagittarius temperance energy in Neptune that rules Pisces sun, until I find those two, screw Leo rising and Saturn, that's the boss of karmic lessons. That's what it is. We'll forget that part. We'll forget the teacher of karma part. We'll forget that. till I find the others. That's what it is. We have to find the others. Because if there was only a chosen one, then that makes everyone else a copycat and a phony. That's what it is. And they're more than welcome, because I know 144,000 is a frequency that they have to achieve. So that's what it is. We want to look for those who have stepped up to that frequency, right? Because trying to dim Pisces light, trying to go up against a Pisces star energy, trying to block, bind, destroy, or unalive everything that Pisces loves. But then you've got Archangel Michael protecting everything. Cool. Well, then that's protecting everything as far as my assets, my business, my family. It's protecting all that. But what about everyone else? Oh, is no one safe? Okay, cool. We can go with that. We can go with no one is safe because they just sat there and put themselves in an unsafe situation. Cool. We can go with that. We can certainly go with that. Hell, White House is being attacked by aliens. Best I can do. It's the best I can do. It's just what it is. Anyway, y'all are doing an amazing job. And yes, this spiritual awakening shit isn't all love and light. When you uncover people doing voodoo, when you uncover people selling children, we all know there's an East Island, so it's right. Lucifer was behind that. Oh, you think it was the Alpha Draconians? Imagine that. Imagine that. It's just what it is. Right? They can't keep figuring out how Pisces keeps landing on his feet. Well, chances are, if I had to stop jumping off of your burning bushes, it's when it's a bush. You jump off the bush, you land on your feet. It's not that far a fall. The fall of man, big fall. That's a big, big fall. It's just what it is. Unless they ascended, where are the others that have ascended? That's what it is. Because I know for a fact, to activate that crown and balance the masculine and feminine energies, it takes using both sides of the brain. So if they're left or they're right-handed, they're only using the left or the right side of the brain, and that is how the system controls them through the law of polarity. The difference between the clairsentient and these dark magicians is they have to depolarize themselves. Coming into balance, okay, great. Well, you know, and then they tell you it comes with a warning. You may not be interested in the things that other people are talking about. I'm interested in everything. It's the people that entity works with that makes them uninterested, because you'll ask them something fucking just, it may be something out of the blue, but it has everything to do with the situation that's their job. And then they look at me like, you're taking my job. They don't know what to do. They're doing a job, but don't know how to do it. Amazing. Amazing. You ask them something about their job, but they don't know how to do it. They don't know how to do their fucking job. Shit's amazing. But it puts the glazed donut face stuck on stupid look on mine. That's what it is. So, you guys let me know in the comments, how do we handle readers talking about groups of alchemists now having an entity that is working through them as the worst blowback in history? That's what it is. And she said they're looking at the angel like the earth angel is the devil, when they're not looking at the group that they've been following into the illusion. Go figure. Namaste. Thank you for the beautiful 5-star reviews. It's just what it is. It's just what it is. We'll keep ascending, and trigger demons can just stay the same way. It's just what it is. Namaste. So, because I mean, that's my next question: is who's going to be responsible for these natural disasters? It's what it is. I can't do anything about that. The healer was protected by the divine. Okay, great. Well, then while I'm sitting here protected by the divine, you're getting natural disasters. Okay, I can go with that. Fucking, I can go with it. If you don't care, fucking, why should I? Why should I care if you don't? Fucking amazing. Thank you, Angel Hoyts. It's the laugh now, cry later. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. All fun and games till China's under fucking water. Yeah, that's what it is. I can't do anything about that. They told you, touch not my anointed, harm not my prophets, or God would bring the storms, and now China's flooded. Oh, okay, well, I can't do anything about that. Godless nations getting flooded by God. I can't do anything about that. Can't do anything about that. Most High is exercising his power. Yep, looks that way. Yep. He's taking your jobs. Anyway, yeah, I mean that's the entire thing. You got to keep in mind that's why is Pisces making jokes about such serious situations? Well, because 3 ways that entity enters the human body. Heightened states of rage. Okay, cool. So I'm not going to get mad that your planet's getting destroyed. No, I'm not going to get mad at all. I'm not going to let that put me in heightened states of rage. No. I'm going to let it blow back on them. Heightened states of fear. Okay, cool. So Dolores Cannon told us as QHHT practitioners, we have to remove the fear. I mean, what happens if I have a client that drops down being burned at the stake or crucified or drowning? You know, I can't fall into a state of fear and panic with a client right here in front of me going through the death experience. Right? So, okay, great. So you just use that same technique that she taught us to remove the fear when China's being flooded. When, you know, the kids come home to the wrong dead dad for Thanksgiving. It's just what it is. You just remove that fear. Look at it like a past life regression. Only difference is those people don't wake up and give me a review. Amazing how that works. It's just what it is. Just what it is. However, yeah, y'all are more than welcome to tell me what's going on if I didn't already tell you. Namaste.